Hey guys, my name's V. This is my first video for my channel. I just thought I'd jump on here and talk to you guys a little bit and sort of introduce myself and maybe talk a little bit about my journey and my transition over the years, and I guess the good and the bad that's come with it, and the changes and what I've experienced and all that jazz. So I transitioned about 4 years ago now. Um, uh, yeah, it was sort of a moment that I realized. I mean, I've always felt like I was a girl in the wrong body, and people like my mum would always say to me, oh, you're meant to be a girl, and yeah, like ever since I was little, I've always been feminine and always felt like a girl basically. And it was hard before I transitioned because for so long, I guess I did pretend to be, more of a boy really, to sort of, fit in. And I guess I was worried about being judged, and society often, would say, you're a boy, you should like this and you should look like this and wear this and, that sort of thing. And I was, always very feminine and loved, dressing up and, putting on some makeup, or ever since I was like really little. And not many people understood that, and it took me a while to make sense of all of it. But yeah, like mum was the only one that really let me dress up and wear heels and, all that sort of thing. I think it was a lot harder for my dad. He sort of tried to suppress that side of me, or, you're not meant to dye your hair, you're a boy, or why are you wearing makeup, or why are you dancing, or, that sort of thing. So growing up was really hard. I felt like I couldn't be myself, so that was very difficult for me at that time. And then I was in a relationship with a guy before I transitioned, and I did identify as gay then, and I was in a relationship with him, and I sort of tried to be more manly or more masculine because I was afraid that if I was too feminine, um, he would not like me or love me anymore because he was gay and he wanted a guy, And it was the moment that after we broke up, it sort of was like a light bulb. I was like, I don't have to be someone I'm not. Like, I don't have to I don't have to keep pretending to be somebody I'm not, After like that time that I was with him, I was just so focused on, trying to be what he wanted. And then once we broke up, I was like, I can be myself, it was like a huge weight off my shoulders. Yeah, and then I sort of went, you know what? I don't care what anyone thinks of me anymore. I'm going to be myself, because when you live a lie for so long, or when you try to fit in or be somebody you're not, it does eat away at you eventually. It really does, and it's hard. So after that moment, I went, that's it. I'm going to be myself. And by that stage, I was starting to wear more makeup and, growing out my hair and stuff. And I ended up going to see there was a whole process with wanting to start hormones, or HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And so part of that process was going to see a doctor, then being referred from the doctor to see a psychologist and an endocrinologist. I'm not sure how to pronounce that properly, but that's a person that you talk to and they prescribe you hormones and that kind of thing. So after, you know, seeing a few different people, I was able to start my hormones, and I won't lie, it was exciting, but it was also a bit scary. You know, I didn't really fully know what to expect and how my body would change and everything else. But once I did start seeing the changes, I was so happy. Like, to, you know, things like breast growth, that was a big thing for me. Like, I was so excited when they started to grow, because it just made me feel so, you know, it made me feel like my body matched, was starting to match how I felt as a person and my correct gender. And that was great. And, you know, letting my hair grow, and, you know, I think with the clothing, it took me a long time to fully be comfortable to completely dress feminine. So for a long time, I was sort of wearing feminine clothing, but also like in between, you know, a bit boyish, a bit girlish. Like, I'd always wear jeans. I'd never wear dresses or that sort of thing, or skirts. But like girly, you know, nice tops and stuff and that sort of thing. And when my body did start changing more, I sort of started wearing, you know, more feminine clothing and feeling more confident. But, you know, at that stage, it was hard for me because, especially going out in public, I would often hear people talking about me, whether it be on the bus or the train, you know, and people pointing and that sort of thing. And I struggled with that, you know. I felt like no matter where I went, people were talking about me, and that was a really hard part. But yeah, I guess eventually the hormones started working more, and I eventually, over time, started changing more and more and looking more feminine, which was really great. And now I don't really have, you know, people talking about me. I mean, I do get the odd person every now and again, but it's so great to actually go out now, and, you know, people don't usually look twice, you know, and it's just such a great feeling, you know, compared to what I did go through. And yeah, so that's pretty much my story. I transitioned about 4 years ago, I think I mentioned. Um, and, and yeah, I mean, if I have any advice, you know, maybe for someone that is wanting to transition or in the early stages of transitioning, the world is cruel and society can be nasty and mean, but you can get through this. And, you know, it might be hard at first, but you'll come out at the end, and being your authentic self is the best thing ever. And yeah, pretty much. If you guys have any questions or any other questions for me, please send them in or let me know, because I do want to hear from you guys, and I think it'd be interesting to see what you guys ask me. And maybe in my next video, I might do like makeup tips or some sort of makeup tutorial. Let me know what you want to see. I'm new to all of this, so yeah, you guys let me know. And yeah, have a good night. See you guys.